Hello friends, welcome to Dev Defense Academy, and if you like this video, do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel by pressing the bell icon. She believed she could, so she did. Welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen, to Dev Defense Academy, and today the topic of our discussion would be Permanent Commission to Women in the Indian Army. Permanent Commission to Women in Indian Army. Supreme Court of India makes a landmark ruling on women's status in Army. India's top court has ruled that all women Army officers are now eligible for permanent commissions, allowing them to be in commanding roles. The ruling means that all women officers will now be at par with men when it comes to promotions, ranks, benefits and pensions. The ruling has been hailed as a great leap towards equality in the army. So this order, as per the newspaper cutting, SC orders army reform, changes mindset, gives women equal role. The Supreme Court of India directed all the women officers of the Indian Army serving under the Short Service Commission be considered for grant of permanent commission irrespective of tenure of service and also for command posts in non-combat areas, since an absolute bar on women seeking criteria or command appointments would not comport with the guarantee of equality under Article 14. As per a different newspaper article, there are 10 streams. The judgment recorded that the policy statement had endorsed permanent commission for Short Service Commission women officers in 10 streams of the Combat Support Arms and Services section. These are signals, engineers, Army Aviation, Army Air Defence, Electronics and Mechanical Engineers, Army Service Corps, Army Ordnance Corps and Intelligence, in addition to the existing streams of Judge, Advocate General and Army Education Corps. The induction of women officers in the Army started way back in the year 1992. They were commissioned for a period of 5 years in certain chosen streams such as Army Education Corps, Corps of Signals, Intelligence Corps and Corps of Engineers. Recruits under the Women Special Entry Scheme had a shorter pre-commission training period than their male counterparts who were commissioned under the Short Service Commission Scheme. In 2006, the Women's Special Entry Scheme was replaced with the Short Service Commission Scheme, which was extended to women officers. They were commissioned for a period of 10 years, extendable up to 14 years. Serving Women's Special Entry Scheme officers were given the option to move to the new Short Service Commission Scheme or to continue under the erstwhile WSES scheme. They were to be, however, restricted to roles in streams specified earlier, while excluded combat arms such as infantry and armoured corps. As per a different newspaper article, the Supreme Court on Monday dismissed the Union government's submission that women are physiologically weaker than the men as sex stereotype and declared that the Short Service Commission women officers are eligible for permanent commission and command posts in the Army irrespective of the years of service. Women officers of the Indian Army have brought laurels to the forces. Their track record of service to the nation is beyond reproach. The Supreme Court rejected arguments against a greater role for women officers, saying this violated equality under the law. Initially, they were being kept out of command posts on the reasoning that largely rural rank and file will have problems with women as commanding officers. The biological argument was also rejected as disturbing. While male Short Service Commission officers could opt for permanent commission at the end of 10 years of service, this option was not available to women officers. They were thus kept out of many command appointments and could not qualify for government pensions, which starts only after 20 years of service as an officer. The first batch of women officers under the new scheme entered the Army in 2008. So, what's the way forward? The implications of the judgment will have to be borne by the Human Resource Management Department of the Army, which will need to change policy in order to comply. But the bigger shift will have to take place in the culture, norms, and values of the ranks and the file of the Army, which will be the responsibility of the senior military and political leadership. We hope you liked this video and it was useful. If you have any queries or concerns, do not forget to write in the comments box below and we'll get back to you shortly. And yes, do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel by pressing the bell icon. Thank you.